welcome to Quinn Broadcasting. I'm Tony Trongone, and welcome to Coach's Corner. I'm here with our head coach of the Millville Thunderbolts, Humberto Ayala. What's up, Coach?
Hey, how you doing today?
All right, and as always, you always have a special guest with us, a coach.
Yeah, we got our defensive line coach, Coach Haynes, Stephen Haynes. He been with us for 3 years, right?
Did you come? 3 full years. I came during the COVID year.
Yeah, 3 full years, and then but Coach Haynes also played here and played on the 2016 championship team.
No, I graduated the year before.
Oh, the year before.
Yeah, it still hurts. It still hurts, but you know.
But you were here for Coach Thomas's first year.
Yeah, that was his first year there.
All right, so like we always do, Coach, we're going to go over at the game against Lenape. So if our producer George can just put the scoring up, we'll start off with, we'll toggle back and forth with that. So we have the scoring, and it looks like that kicker had a leg on him, right?
Yeah, actually, I don't know if he has offers or not, but I know he's going to go somewhere. Yeah, he's pretty good. Yeah,
because he hit a 36-yarder, and he still had plenty of room to go.
Yeah.
After that. And then we had that Demir White run, and again, we interviewed Demir the week before. He goes, "I want to be the first one to score on the new field."
Yep.
So this is that's not it, George. It's first this is the scramble, and you can see, we'll watch it twice. You can see that Jacob Zamat was in the pocket. He scrambled out, and he made a significant gain to get us, about over the 5-yard line. And we'll see it again, because I guess we're looking for that the outside wide receiver.
Yeah.
Backside,
Yeah.
Outside shoulder pass. I guess that's what you're looking for, Coach.
Yeah, looks like when he stepped up, maybe dropped his eyes a little bit, but he saw the green grass and took off, and put us in a position to score afterwards.
Looked like he was going to go for the score, and then he got so it took us to the 4-yard line, 5-yard line, and then the next play. Well, we're going to stay with the white 5-yard line. So Demir definitely was hungry to be the first person to get on the orange. So
well, they had bets going all week on who was going to be the first one to score. So, based on this run, you could see he was getting in.
But who is that at right tackle there? It's
that was our end. That's our end. I'll get that off. Yeah, that's our end. Xavier McBride.
Oh, McBride made that. He pancaked him, huh?
Yeah.
And Demir got inside. I said I picked it up too. Somebody else put the comment, but I said, man, that's a massive block, and we have that, and then later on in the quarter, you had a little trick play there, huh?
Oh yeah. We've shown that pass to Tehran enough, so we took our shot and it worked out, and Tehran threw a great pass.
So we'll show that one. That's Hale to Brooks. So Brooks is split out wide, and you can't see it's cut out the quarterback there, but you can see Hale up top. Yeah. He's in motion.
He was in an arc motion. We hit him on it, and the safety bit enough for it to be good. And you can see, look at that beautiful pass.
And taking it in. So, you've run that play before?
No, that was the first time we ran it.
Okay, and I heard that Hale was a quarterback.
Yeah, so he was a quarterback through youth, but then I think up to, what'd you say, junior year? I think junior year, then somebody else took over. His junior year in midgets, somebody else took over.
Something like that.
Yeah, and then he started becoming a receiver. So
was it?
He's not an every down guy, but he can get it out there.
And there's Brooks for the score.
Yep.
And then we had Marty Collins here, and on social media, I know his dad, his pops, and his uncle are pretty noisy, huh?
Yeah, they're pretty active. They're pretty active.
Oh,
on
active,
social media. Yeah.
Active.
That's how I'll phrase it. They're active on social media.
They're pretty open to the fact that they harass you pretty good on a regular basis because Marty wasn't getting playing time.
It's your fans. It's the fans. It's all right. I mean, all parents. Nobody's gonna ever be happy. It's not gonna matter what goes on. So. But at the end of the day, he's a great kid, Shamar Collins. He was here with us last week. So it's funny because he said he wanted to get in the end zone and he got in. He's a great kid.
Yeah,
He does
God bless
everything.
him.
Listen, I love the kid, man. He does everything that's asked. He plays hard. He doesn't give us any problems. He's behind linebackers defensively. So our goal was, how do we get a good athlete like that on the field? And we said we can use him on offense.
Show it again, George, because he's at H-back here.
Yes, yep.
And then, it looks like a good block by, I think, Darian made a block?
Yeah, Darian's such a good block. Yep, Darian, and then receiver came down too. Good blocks on the outside.
3 guys there. I couldn't believe the 3 guys. They did not attack him.
Yeah, he had a nice stick move at the end to make a miss, so.
So congratulations, Marty Collins. You deserve it. And then the final score of the game was Kion Conyers. You can see here he was sniffing that out all game because that ball was up in the air a lot.
Yeah. Look, he broke on that. He was like, "That's mine." He even cut in front of Joey because Joey probably had leverage on that to take that. So.
Yeah.
But it was funny. I don't know if you saw on social media. He went into Coach Terry's room that day and wrote on the board he's going to have 2 picks and a interception for a touchdown, and he had the one, so he called it and everything. So it was cool.
Yeah,
that's his 3rd interception on the season in 5 games. That kid, he's playing at a very high level. He deserves every opportunity that's out there.
And so that's the score, 26-3, and. I guess just talking about, we'll talk about the stats, team stats, individual stats, but just for us right now, Coach, going into the game against Lenape, did you expect that result?
We expected to play at a high level. We expected to win because we always expect to win because that's in our nature to win. So, we expected to execute in every facet, and I think we did that. We executed defensively and offensively. So because we did that, and our special teams was a lot better, kickoff and kick return as well. So because we did that, we came out with, us on top.
Okay, now we're going to have some individual stats. So we'll start with passing. So Zamat 11 for 18, 1 pick, and 121 yards. And then Hale had the 1 touchdown pass. We'll stay with passing. You can see Mims had a rough day.
Yeah, listen, we're very good defensively, especially up front, and that goes to those young men that'll be up here later, and then their coach Haynes, who, looks like he's having a all-conference defensive line again for the 2nd time in his coaching career.
But as far as passing with Zamat, is that the game plan? You think? Because last year he passed for much more yards.
Yeah, listen, we want to pass more. It's just we have to make sure that we are always getting the right reads and we're putting in the best position possible. So the game plan was just to take advantage of whatever they gave us. So he saw times to run, so he went with that, and we just kind of continued to execute off of those moments.
And I have them switched here, but
yeah, I see.
So on the right-hand side, you'll see White had 109 yards, Sharp 74, Brooks, Hale, Wallace.
We had 390 yards of offense.
Yeah, so and again, running back by committee too, right?
Yeah. Listen, White, Sharp, they're all good. Wallace is good. He broke off a nice big run and ran through somebody. We just kind of ride that hot hand. There's not one person that's going to get 20, 30 carries because they're all good. So.
And then receiving, it just seems like Brooks is kind of they gear the defense towards Brooks, and then all of a sudden he breaks one loose, right?
Yeah. He had 5 catches in that game. He had some good catches on him. He had the one with the one hand across the field, and then just made people miss. After that, Hale offers the same thing. Jacob hit him on a beautiful pass down the middle of the field. Them two, they're very dynamic.
And you can see the paltry numbers by Lenape there. What's that, 36 yards?
I think they had 21 total yards of offense because they had minus 15 passing. So, and we had 300. So they had a rough day offensively, right? And I'm going to take this shot here because he deserves it. And they had a rough day defensively because apparently their coach says he has the answer for the spread teams. So, that's why we ran it 230 times and said, all right. So I'll take the shot, and if he's seeing it, better luck next year.
Yeah, and also I want to credit Rich Van Noord. He provides the stats.
Yeah. He's great, man. Appreciate it. He keeps us up to date.
He's a pistol up in the booth too.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised you don't hear him on some of the calls, because some of the calls were questionable. I mean, we'll talk about the penalties next, but there were just some plays. Again, I think there was a hit on the sideline that was, I felt, a continuation from the field, and I think it would have been a stop, but it was a 15-yard penalty then.
That wasn't the Joey taunt, right?
I think it was.
It was a taunt.
Yeah, it was
a personal foul because
a
Joey
taunt.
took the hit and then stood over the guy, and we weren't very disciplined defensively, and they got their due the next on Monday in practice. So
Gotcha. And we'll go to the team stats now. So like you said, 399 yards of offense for the Thunderbolts, and 21 total for the Lenape Indians.
Yep.
And what stands out on that visual there, Coach?
I mean, I think we took care of business on both sides of the ball. I mean, it just shows that we're a balanced team. We're better in every facet this year than what we were last year, and we were state champs. I mean, so the ceiling is endless as long as we just consistently do things the right way and consistently prepare to the level that we have to prepare to. I mean, I think Lenape even brought back one of their ex-head coaches to help out in the box. I guess they were trying.
Yeah, I was. So we had pregame ceremonies.
Yeah.
And then I kind of got locked out of where I needed to go up in the booth to start announcing the game, and I ran into Coach Mack. So.
He had a headset on. He had a play card. I know he tried to act on Tribble like he wasn't engaged like that, but he was engaged. Just didn't help out very much. And I mean, but he admitted he knows what we have. They know what we have compared to them. So
yeah, I think when I watched the show, he said, "All I can say about Millville is they got dudes."
Yeah.
So
I mean, listen, they're always going to be a solid program. They got quality coaches and whatnot. So.
What about the penalties? What have you talked to the team about that?
Well, I think we had 8 penalties on defense. The penalties were balanced on both sides of the ball. We had the 2 offsides on the punt, a punt return, back to back. Just it's silly, it's undisciplined. Coming from St. Augs when we had 1 penalty to this, because we knew we had to correct this, and we don't want this to be our Achilles heel going forward. So it's just, and we talk to the guys, and they understand that it's just a matter of just. Consistently just act like you've scored before, act like you've made the hit before, celebrate, have your little swag, but let's keep it,
Yeah, 175 yards. I mean, they had how many first downs did they get? They had 7?
They had
6?
like 8 or something, but like 5 of them came from penalties.
Yeah,
so, it was something crazy,
Yeah.
So, that's the part of the game. I saw the laundry on the field a lot, and I was like, man, geez. So.
Listen, some of it was warranted. Some of the calls were questionable. I think some of those pass interferences were questionable, to be honest. The offensive pass interference on Brooks, I think that was absurd,
Yeah. I did enjoy. They actually got a delay of game, so at least we put the play clock in.
I said so. I went up to the official after halftime. I was like, how you like that? He's like, it's actually really helpful. And I was like, yeah. I'm like, you know what? If we didn't have that play clock, you would have never called that delay game, because that was like a second late. You probably would have let that go. And he smiled and walked away because they know that's true.
Yeah.
That's why we need to be. It's why we want to have home field advantage.
Yeah, I got that for a later part of the show about the schedule and the PowerPoints and all. So that's going to conclude our first quarter at the Coach's Corner. We'll be right back after these messages.
Allen Associates is a family-owned and operated full-service agency, managing a broad base of clients in the New Jersey area. Allen Associates has been a leader in health benefits and financial services, including health, prescription, life insurance, pension, 401k plans, and estate planning. With more than 60 years of experience and a staff of highly trained and dedicated professionals, Allen Associates is noted for its ability to build strong, long-term relationships with our clients and the communities we serve. Give them a call today at 856-692-2250. Allen Associates, your complete health and financial services, Vineland, New Jersey.
Complete Care has some big news to share with you.
We're here opening more locations and offering more services every day,
including our newest locations on Pearl Street in Bridgeton and High Street in Millville. We're here with convenient, high quality, and accessible healthcare services all under one roof.
We're here, just a call or email away.
We're here to provide compassionate care for you and your family.
We're here and we're ready when you are.
Complete Care Health Network, ready when you are.
Hello, my name is Craig Atkinson and I am president of the Millville Thunderbolt Club. The mission of the Thunderbolt Club is to enhance the athletic experience of Millville High School student athletes. We provide a myriad of services for these athletes, including end-of-year recognition banquets for all teams, stipends for teams and individual athletes, college scholarships of $35,000 per year, meals for special events, as well as hosting the Mike Trout Millville Thunderbolt Club Golf Tournament and the Millville Sports Hall of Fame. Please visit our website at millvillethunderboltclub.com for additional information.
If the time comes, be ready. Learn CPR and join the nation of lifesavers. Nearly 3 out of 4 cardiac arrests that don't happen in hospitals happen in homes. CPR saved my life. I've teamed up with the American Heart Association as the national ambassador to help create a nation of lifesavers, turning bystanders into lifesavers through CPR education and access to AEDs. Join me to ensure everyone has the chance to live longer, healthier lives. Visit heart.org/nation.
New Jersey Motorsports Park. Experience the adrenaline rush of go-karting on our challenging tracks, with arrive and drive sessions, available for all skill levels. Looking for something even more daring? Try your hand at axe throwing, and see if you can hit the bullseye. After a day of excitement, relax at the Finish Line Pub Restaurant, and enjoy delicious food and drinks. Group experiences are also available, so bring your friends and family. For an unforgettable adventure, visit njmp.com to learn more and book your experience today.
Welcome to Coach's Corner. It's the second quarter. I'm Tony Trongone with our head coach, Bert Ayala. And, Coach, can you give us the introductions? We have a couple more people on the panel.
Yeah, we got our two DNs, edge rushers. We have Jaden Jones. He's a sophomore. And then we have Tayshawn Newman, who transferred in here last year from Violent to us.
And Coach?
And Coach Stephen Haynes, our defensive line coach. Yes.
So I'm going to start with Coach Haynes. And, Coach, tell us a little bit about your background. High school, college?
Yeah, so I played here. Like Coach Ayala said, I played here. I graduated in 2016, so 2015 was technically my last season, DT's first year here. And then after that, I went on and I played at Shawnee University. And unfortunately, they ended up shutting down their football program because, you know, it's an HBCU, so they didn't really get that much funding and stuff, so it was difficult for them. And I took a year off, and then I finished playing at Rowan. And then I got right into coaching. After Rowan, I came back as a security guard at the high school, and DT heard that I was coming back as a security guard, and it wasn't really a choice. He was like, all right, cool, so I'll see you at practice. And I'm like, yeah, I guess so.
So tell me a little bit about, like, your role in the school district then.
So I was a security guard here at the high school. Last year, though, I actually started working in Bridgeton. Last year I was at Bridgeton Middle School. And, West Ave Middle School, they got like 5 different middle schools. And now this year I'm at Bridgeton High School as a law enforcement teacher, and I do 2 career financial literacy classes, and then I'm an inclusion teacher.
Yeah, we're sorry to lose you, but there's programs that the state put in to make it less cumbersome to get a certificate now, right?
Yeah, it's it kind of hit after I started doing my doing the whole process. So I mean, some of it didn't really benefit me. But yeah, it's definitely easier because obviously, you know, I mean, it's hard to get teachers these days, so they're trying to do everything that they can to boost that. So yeah, they've made it a little bit easier for alternate route to kind of go a little bit more smooth.
So how about coaching? I mean, you said DT got you in it, but it seems like, you know, this is now your 4th year?
Yeah, so I came during the COVID year. And then, yeah, so I've been here 3 full years. I coached at the Midget League for a little bit, for like a year, but when I was in high school. But yeah, so I mean, I just kind of made the jump straight to high school. And then yeah, my first full year was the 2021 year when we won the first championship before they had like the big state one. And then yeah, so this senior group is the group that was here when I first got here. So
Gotcha. And so it seems like you've taken the coaching, though, right?
yeah, oh yeah, I love it. I mean, I love it. I tell people all the time, if I wasn't coaching, I probably wouldn't be a teacher. Like I just, don't get me wrong, I like teaching, like I do enjoy it, but coaching's what really gets me, going. And after starting with high school football, I panned out to other sports, so I really love it. I enjoy it. I love being around the kids, and they keep me young.
So how about as far as coaching? You coach the defensive line, right?
Yeah, so this year I do just straight defensive line, and then I help Coach Carr with whatever he needs with the offensive line, but just kind of like his assistant. But yeah, fully locked in on the defensive side with the D-line, so always working with them.
So you got these two guys with you. You got Jaden and Tayshawn.
Yeah, they make my job a little easier sometimes. The best thing about our D-line is, I mean, we can go 6 deep, like, easily. Like, we got 6 dudes that if they were at any other school, they'd all be starters. So the only difficult part about my job is figuring out who to put in what situation. But as far as talent goes,
I see a lot of rotation, though. I see Kevin White get in. I see Darian get in. I see and then Marcus, too.
Marcus, yep. And then
I see them cycling in and out a lot, right?
Yeah, especially with those guys. They start on the O-line. So it's really about just trying to keep them fresh, as fresh as I can keep them for offense. And then, they know that offense, it's full go. They know defense, if they need a blow, that's where I can kind of rotate and get them their blows as they go. But, yeah, I mean, it's kind of like the running back situation that we have. Like, it's just whoever's on fire, whoever's getting hot, that's who's going to be rocking out.
So what type of formation you use for defensive line? I mean, I know, but let the public know.
Yeah, so we're a 3-5 defense. That's who we are. That's our personality. But this year we got a lot into me and the other defensive coaches kind of realized like what the type of defensive line we have and the depth of it. So we've really gotten into running our 4-man front too, which, I mean, works awesome. When you have 4 D linemen who are all just dudes on the field at the same time, like it's you can't stop it. I mean, you're going to have people that are one-on-one, and I would take my D lineman over any O lineman that we play one-on-one. So, I mean.
So now it's time to talk about your studs here on the ends. So I'll start with the senior here, number 2.
Yes.
Tayshawn Newman.
Yes, Tayshawn. He came to us.
Tell us all about him.
Yeah, he came to us this is his first season in Millville. He was unfortunately wearing the red uniform.
He was a Millville kid, though.
He was a Millville kid.
Played with all the guys that he's with now.
Yes.
Grown up. So
yes.
He'll tell you about that.
Yeah, but he was on the right team. But when I heard that we were getting him, he was, I mean, because he was like an outside backer DN type hybrid in Vineland. So I knew who he was because we had to watch film on him. So I knew of him, so I knew the type of player that he was. So I was very excited when we got him, and then seeing him in person for the first time in the weight room, I'm like, oh, this kid's bigger than I thought. I mean, he's got some size to him. But Tay, he's awesome, and he's understanding our game plan. He's buying into us and buying into what we're selling a lot. And, I mean, you can tell he's having a great season. The only bad thing about it is that he is a senior, so I only get 1 year with him. But, I mean, he's awesome. Great kid, doing anything that you ask him to do. And like I said, he's really buying in, and he's really showing on the field, too.
Awesome. And then Jaden Jones.
Jaden Jones, yes. Jaden came to us last year. We saw the size, and I have a good relationship with his dad. His dad was one of the coaches down at the Midget League when I was playing, so I've known his dad for a long time. So when I heard it was his son, and I'm like, all right, so, I guarantee you he's got some size on him, and sure enough, I was right. But yeah, he came into us last year. He had only played for, a year before that?
Right? I think I played when I was in Midget League, when I was like a freshman for them 2 years. We won the championships, and then I stopped playing, and I came back my 8th grade year.
Yeah, so, I mean, last year he had only been playing football for a year before that until he was like 7. So He came in and he learned. He was a very quick learner. And you can see it throughout the year. Like, you can see in the beginning of the year he was getting reps a little bit, and then a little bit more, and a little bit more, and then, he was training his butt off. He was really working hard. And then by the championship game, he's in there in the last drive.
Yeah, he made some plays.
He
made some plays. That's a freshman in there.
Yep, he got the game-ending sack.
I remember that.
But he's, from last year to this year, he's came a long way. I mean, he's a completely different player now. He can truly do it all. He understands his responsibilities now. Because as a freshman, playing in our defense, it's tough. It's tough to understand that. It's not Major League anymore. We can't just run up the field and just try to make plays and not do your job. So he's come a very long way, and obviously you can tell by all the offers that he has. But he's a monster. So.
All right, so Tayshawn, so what's it been like for your transition to Millville?
They've been great. Like they've been teaching me everything. Like in violin, I didn't really know anything. Coming here, like they teach me so much more stuff, and I'm very thankful for it.
How about in school?
Oh yeah, in school the teachers, they're nice. They treat me with respect. Something I really get in violin.
And so what are you looking for moving from high school, after high school? What's your goals?
College. I'm going to go to college for Homeland Security.
Oh.
Look into Homeland Security a little bit and get my degree.
Any colleges in particular?
Not yet.
Not yet?
I'm still thinking.
He's going to play football somewhere.
Yeah, I'm most definitely going to go somewhere.
Yeah. We have a school coming out to tomorrow's game, in particular for some 24s and some 25s too. So, but yeah, we're gonna get them somewhere.
So we got a couple sacks, George. If you can run a couple sacks on our man Tayshawn Newman here, you can just talk when you want as far as what's going on here, Tayshawn.
Yeah, I saw the quarterback stepping up in the pocket, and I knew we worked on the drill all this week to retrace back in our steps. And I just saw him. I was like, perfect opportunity here.
And then I got another. That's the first sack. I didn't get all of them, but I write on there number one. And then there's a I think it's the third sack you got. It's this one here. It looked like it was really fought hard on this one.
Yeah, it was had it contained outside.
Yeah, Jaden's not happy about that, but they knew in the beginning of the season it was going to be a race to the quarterback every single time they dropped back. They knew it was going to be a race. So,
every time.
Yeah, so I'll go to you, Jaden. Well, let's talk about that. You have a little look on your face like whatever, right? So I like that hungriness, man. You got to be a dog, right? You got to want it too, right?
Yeah, it's a race to the backfield every play. I get held a lot because you guys, but yeah, it's a race to the backfield every play. I usually win, but I guess he got lucky a couple. He got lucky a couple of times.
Let that sophomore talk like that, there, Tayshawn.
He's gonna get there every time. I gotta step up.
I think what's good though is that them two together, even after it, they celebrate together. It's not like it's competitive, but like competitive with the right mindset. So there's a lot of value to that because it's like you want that, especially defensively. It happens across the board, to be honest. Even our linebackers, like they may want that tackle or they may want that sack, but one may get it over the other. But they'll celebrate together because we win as a team, we go down as a team. So the mentality's there. So I mean. And they have a nice feel for each other coming off that edge together. So, it's going to happen.
So, Jaden, tell me a little about yourself at the high school. After been in high school, academically.
It's definitely different. It's definitely different than like middle school and Major League football, but it takes some getting used to. My freshman year was definitely my hardest year, I feel like. But now, over time, being coached up and just realizing that grades and stuff is definitely more important than football and just doing what I have to do in the classroom. You do what you have to do in the classroom, then after school you come grind on the football field and learn everything you need to learn, and everything will just fall into place over time.
So I'll ask you the same question as Tayshawn. So what's your goals? What's your arc? Where do you want to go?
Obviously, NFL is the dream. That's obviously what I want to do it myself. But college, get my degree. I'm not sure what I really want to do in college besides football, like what I want to major in and stuff like that. I like architecture and stuff like that, but like college, I want to be successful. Coming out of high school, I want to be successful and just fulfill my dreams of making it to the NFL. But college comes first, so that's really what I'm more worried about besides the NFL.
So Coach mentioned some offers. Like tell us some colleges that have, I don't know the difference between an offer and interest, but you can clarify that for me.
Well, and that is interest. So an offer is interest. So like, they showed interest that puts him on their board. So now they're going to track him, and once with tracking him, they're going to see, they want to see his consistency of continuing to play at a high level, so that it translates over to that next level. So, but I mean, he's got high interest. So I think by the time he leaves high school, he'll be one of the top edge rushers, DNs, outside backers, whatever you want to call it, in the state, if not the tri-county and tri-state area.
So, and what about, college, no particular college?
Nah, not yet. It's a surprise for my senior year. I'm not telling nobody nothing that they're going to have to say.
He got, how many, what do you got, 7?
I got 10.
10 offers.
Yes, sir.
All right, sorry.
Okay. So I'm going to go back to you guys in a second, but with Coach Haynes, to me, I played football, so any type of hand fighting that you teach these guys, or?
Yeah, I mean, we've gone over a couple different moves. I kind of teach them like the ones that are most used, like chopping, ripping, stuff like that. They both train in the off season, so then they have their own little specific moves that they like to do or that they like to go to. Just because in the season, it's you can't really sit down and actually like teach specific moves all the time because we have a bunch of other stuff to do. So I teach them. We probably go over about 4 to 5 moves, and then they have the ones that they like to go to that they've either saw them. They all like to talk about YouTube and their other coach that they got that they train with in all season. So but yeah, so I mean, I teach them as much as I can in the time that we have.
Good. Okay. And I'm going to close this quarter with Jaden. I'll go back to you. Who's been your inspiration? Who's been your guide so far in your young life?
My dad definitely. My dad and my mom, but mainly my dad. My dad works hard. He gives me whatever I need, whatever I want when I want it. So it's like, just my main goal is to give back to my parents. So it's like seeing them give me what I need and what I want. It just makes me want to work harder to be able to give them what they need and what they want for when they get older and when they need me to take care of them, like how they taking care of me.
All right, good. Tayshawn.
Oh, same question?
Yeah.
I say my dad too, because he been there through everything. He helped me with everything, so I'm most definitely give back to him.
Mm-hmm. Any parting words into the camera for your dad?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can't say anything more than that, man. That's the best. How about you, Jaden?
I was gonna say the same thing. Love y'all.
All right, man. We'll end the second quarter in our first half with those heartfelt messages to their family members. This is Tony Trongone at Coach's Corner with Coach Ayala. We'll be back after these messages. Good job.
New Jersey Motorsports Park. Experience the adrenaline rush of go-karting on our challenging tracks, with arrive and drive sessions, available for all skill levels. Looking for something even more daring? Try your hand at axe throwing, and see if you can hit the bullseye. After a day of excitement, relax at the Finish Line Pub Restaurant, and enjoy delicious food and drinks. Group experiences are also available, so bring your friends and family. For an unforgettable adventure, visit njmp.com to learn more and book your experience today.
The most important decisions a family can make are usually made around the kitchen table. At DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, we believe pre-planning and the difficult decisions you face with the loss of a loved one should also be made around the comfort of a table, like a family. Our friendly, kind, and compassionate staff is committed to helping you get through this most difficult time. In your time of need, trust DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, Vineland.
Allen Associates is a family-owned and operated full-service agency, managing a broad base of clients in the New Jersey area. Allen Associates has been a leader in health benefits and financial services including health, prescription, life insurance, pension, 401k plans and estate planning. With more than 60 years of experience and a staff of highly trained and dedicated professionals, Allen Associates is noted for its ability to build strong, long-term relationships with our clients and the communities we serve. Give them a call today at 856-692-2250. Allen Associates, your complete health and financial services, Vineland, New Jersey.
Hello, I'm Tony Trongone, back here with Coach's Corner with Coach Ayala and Coach Haynes and Tayshawn Newman and also Jaden Jones. And I'll just start us off. I never get to the chat much, Coach. And it's Cindy Mohammed said, "How are you addressing those costly penalties?"
Well, I mean, it's nothing that we would like. So the way we address it, I mean, because there's no fix, there's no scheme to fix it. You know, I mean. It's through conversation, watching film, telling them what not to do. But the way we get at them is we penalize them in practice. So every penalty there is, it's a gasser, right? They do a gasser. So we penalize them with conditioning for the penalties. And they don't enjoy it, but it's part of what it is to do. But I believe we'll get better and we'll do it. They understand that it could be the part that breaks us down when the playoffs come. So.
Gotcha. Okay, I don't have anything else up here, but if anybody has anything to post, we'll gladly try to respond. And so we're going to move on to Shawnee, right? Like it's like Bill Belichick. We're on to Cincinnati. We're on to Shawnee. So Coach got Shawnee. We played them now a number of times since I've been here.
Yeah. I think every other than 1 year, we've played them every year. So, they're well coached. They're that. Your typical sustainable program that's going to win and have success year in and year out, and even on their down years, they're still having success. So I mean, they have a great coaching staff. I give them, utmost respect. But at the end of the day, they're coming onto Broad Street at night, so things are different there.
Speaking about that, how I'm going to deviate from the Shawnee. How was it playing on the field, guys?
It's great. Beautiful. I feel like an away game. And then I look back and I see all my fans and I'm like, I'm home. Like, it feels good to get in my sophomore year. I know I got 2 more years left on it.
So and then the field itself, as far as the playing field, I saw something in an article that, let's see here, it had like certain kind of shoes on for the turf. Mm-hmm. And do you guys make adjustments for that, or I don't know?
I just wear regular cleats.
Regular cleats.
Regular cleats.
Well, these kids, it's all about the drip, so that's what they call it. The drip, So I mean, they just want to put on something special for that day. So.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. But and then as far as the crowd, it was good to see the crowd there. Big crowd, right?
It was definitely a lot of people there.
And how about the lighting and all that? Because I'm the one who pushed for all that. Not that it's a team effort, but we take pride in like making sure the lighting was good for you guys.
Yeah, everything was just perfect. It's everything you could really imagine.
I mean, you could have easily put down just turf, but you guys, like, there was no corners cut, and I think reporters said it. A lot of people said it. Like, it was like you were meticulous. Everybody was meticulous about how it was done and making sure that everything was done right, and it's evident.
Yeah, because you see the Phillies game, how the crowd gets into it and it pumps you guys up, and having our crowd pump you guys up, it was a good night, and it was a carnival atmosphere. Mm-hmm. So I really enjoyed that. So we're going to get back to Shawnee again. So when I look at the game with you guys with Shawnee, Coach was saying, their well-coached Tim Gushu.
Yeah, he's been
I think
there.
he's been coaching even when I was in high school.
Yeah, they got multiple sectionals, and I always tell these guys, I remember they came in here my first year here, and they were on a 2-win season, and we were the 1 seed. They came here to us, and they beat us, and they went on to win a sectional title. So it's just like, shows that, their level of coaching and how hard they play and the belief that they have in their system.
Yeah, so I look at the last 5 games. You guys have won the last. Well, I have 4 games. You guys are 2-2 last 4 games with them, then, right?
Yeah, 2-2.
I've never been on a team that lost to them. I've never been coaching and lost to them.
Yeah, I got 20.
Oh yeah, I guess that would make sense. Yeah, that would make sense.
2-2.
Yeah, you didn't play him in 20, I guess, 2020.
I guess I always forget about the COVID year. Yeah.
And they seem to be a second half team too, from what I've seen in the past couple of years too. So they make adjustments.
Yeah. They're the coaching staff and the team that will make adjustments and won't just be stubborn in their way. So I mean, yes, that's what they do.
And then when you see a Shawnee team come in 3-3 and they have a 3-game losing streak, and I know that you show them respect, but it's funny how tough our division is, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, they're playing the similar schedule to us. I mean, so they're battle tested just like us. So I mean, the games they lost weren't like outside of the Cherokee game, which they kind of took a little beating.
23-0.
Turnovers. What's it called? The quarterback had 3 interceptions. One was popped up in the air. I just didn't look like things went right for them. That didn't look like a Shawnee team you would normally see. So, and then St. Aug's, they were right in it to the end. So,
yeah, that was a good game, 24-21.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go to Coach Haynes. So what are you looking for on the defensive side of the ball?
Just play at a high level. Like we've been talking about, they're a well-coached team. So I mean, anytime you're going against a well-coached team, you've really got to be on your stuff. And me and Core, we always tell these dudes, just go out there and play your 111, and everything will be all right. But we're playing at a high level now, and so we're expecting to go out there and play at an extremely high level against them. And I mean, we're not sleeping on them, nothing. They've got some dudes on their offensive side of the ball, and we're gonna respect that. But I mean, we just got dudes everywhere. So, I mean, it's tough when you're playing a team that can put in backups and it's like they don't miss a beat, and that's kind of like what we are on defense. So we're looking for a very solid game. Obviously, we're always looking for the donut, like the kids be saying. But yeah, so we're just going out there and executing.
Yeah, we haven't said much about Asir Cornish because it seems like he's like the heart of the defense.
Yeah, I mean, he's that kid's great. He's a great leader. He is the heart that gets the team going.
I think and Conyers too, man. Him and both are captains, and both of them, like, it's evident when you look at the defensive side of the ball who the captains and the leaders are. I mean, and I think the guys love them and they respect them. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're great. They're great young men. They're great. Yeah. I have nothing negative to ever say about them too.
No.
So I'll go to Jaden. Jaden, Shawnee, what's your goals for Shawnee? I know Kion had 2 picks, a pick 6. Is there any predictions for you?
I don't really like to throw predictions out there. I like to just go out there and play football. Whatever happens, happens. But obviously the goal is to win the game at the end of the day. Just do my 111 like I usually do and just keep going out there having fun, just playing defense.
Okay. How about you, Tayshawn?
Yeah, no predictions. I'll just say see ball, get ball every down, and 11 men to the ball every time.
That is something that it's amazing with a 3-man front. You said 4-man front, but now we stopped the run.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I mean that's a credit to that box. I mean we got the D linemen and then the linebackers just all working hand in hand. They all trust each other. They all know that, listen, if I hit my gap and I do my job, my brother's got the other one. So we're not overextending ourselves, and it's really about trusting the guy next to you, playing behind you, that they're going to do their job, so everything else can flow nicely. And then, like I said, I mean, with our D line, anybody that we put in is going to demand a double team. And then if they double team them, now our linebackers, who are also awesome, are going to just shoot the gaps. But then if you go and try to get the linebacker, then our D-lines didn't make the play. So, I mean, it's really like a double-edged sword.
I think I would say since I've been here, you could speak for when you're here. Since I've been here, this is probably one of the strongest defenses. We've had some good defenses, but this is the strongest defense across the board in every position. This is the biggest. I think since I've been here, this is the biggest team, like size-wise, frame-wise, that I've seen since I've been here. Like, we've had our smaller kids on the D line, we've had our smaller kids on the offensive line, but everywhere you look, like that's why we hold up well against your Toms River Norths that are 6'7", 6'6", because we got the bodies. And I think Shawnee's going to have some big, thick bodies too, because they take the weight room serious as well. But we're able to compete because of what we have size-wise and the frames.
Yeah, it's funny that he says that, though, because I was just talking to the kids either yesterday or today, and I'm a Millville guy, so like I've been around, and I said I truly believe that this is the best defense in Millville's history. Like, I mean, they've had really good defenses in the past, but just everywhere as you look, we've got dudes, and I mean, I truly do believe that this is the best defense that has probably ever come through Millville. And
they don't get frazzled. Like even with the game against Lenape, there was an interception, and you guys were getting. It was a penalty that kind of backed them up a little bit, but I guess it was like, nah, you're not scoring.
I think that's our guys. That's our guys'
mentality.
In our guys' mentality. Look, if you just look back to last year too, in tough moments. I mean, it's just in the DNA. It's what Millville is. It's who we are. It's what we pride ourselves into. It's just fighting through adversity and playing to the end of the game. That's it.
It's character. I know every coach. I know Jaden had a lot of cliches there. You had a lot of football. You're ready to be interviewed by like the major league people now. With all those cliches. Not just me. My little.
What they say, a true person's character in the sense
in the
of
fourth
adversity.
quarter. That's what I was saying, because I watched a special on ESPN. It was about Jimmy Jones and Jimmy Johnson, and their head coach Frank Broyle said the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter meant character, because that's when you're tired, and it's like who wants it more, and it really is about who wants it more.
Absolutely.
So that's a credit to your character. Okay, Coach, offensively.
I'll give you the same. I mean, listen, we just want to execute. We know that we're aware of what they're going to do. They do some of the similar stuff that they've done.
What type of defense?
They're like a 3-5, I would say.
Yeah, similar to us.
Yeah. To an extent. They're gonna go 3 safeties high. They're gonna do some things. They're gonna.
Yeah, they had one. They doubled up on Brooks all last year.
Everybody.
And then
does.
I think Hale had a great
so.
game then.
The way I see it is, no matter the defense you play, offensively, if you scheme it right, there's a counter to everything. So that's what our goal was, to watch every game that they played last year, watch back at some of the things they did last year to us, and then figure out the ways that we can adapt. I mean, what keeps me up at night is not like, are we going to show up? Are we going to play hard? It's, all right, what are they going to do? What are they going to do that we have to counter to? So that's what keeps me up at night. So, offensively, we have to just execute and compete and play hard. That's it.
Okay. We're going to call the third quarter, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Allen Associates is a family-owned and operated full-service agency, managing a broad base of clients in the New Jersey area. Allen Associates has been a leader in health benefits and financial services, including health, prescription, life insurance, pension, 401k plans, and estate planning. With more than 60 years of experience and a staff of highly trained and dedicated professionals, Allen Associates is noted for its ability to build strong, long-term relationships with our clients and the communities we serve. Give them a call today at 856-692-2250. Allen Associates, your complete health and financial services, Vineland, New Jersey.
Hello, my name is Craig Atkinson, and I am president of the Millville Thunderbolt Club. The mission of the Thunderbolt Club is to enhance the athletic experience of Millville High School student athletes. We provide a myriad of services for these athletes, including end-of-year recognition banquets for all teams, stipends for teams and individual athletes, college scholarships of $35,000 per year, meals for special events, as well as hosting the Mike Trout Millville Thunderbolt Club Golf Tournament and the Millville Sports Hall of Fame. Please visit our website at millvillethunderboltclub.com for additional information.
CPR saved my life. I've teamed up with the American Heart Association as a national ambassador to help create a nation of lifesavers, turning bystanders into lifesavers through CPR education and access to AEDs. Visit heart.org/nation.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Welcome back to Coach's Corner. I'm Tony Trongone with our head coach, Bert Ayala, and assistant coach, Mr. Coach Haynes. And talk a little bit about the schedule, but we'll talk about the Week 5 Group 4 rankings. That came up, and then look at that. They take the top 16.
Top 16, yep. Top 16.
And they split it?
Yeah, so it goes, it gets snaked. So the number 1 team goes south, and then they snake it in pairs the rest of the way through. So 2, 3 go to Central. So mainland would right now be 2 in Central, and then 4, 5 go to South, 6, 7, and so on and so on.
So you can see now we do have a higher power points. We don't have a higher power points ranking, but a higher OSI.
We're 1 game behind a lot of those teams too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you, because we're 4-1. I got you.
Yeah.
So that's going to play into the next is with our schedule. So I look at our schedule, and you can see if George wants to pull that up.
Yeah, it's all calculations. That UPR is what keeps us. You want that 1.8 right there, and based on our OSI and the calculations between that and the PowerPoints, I can't. Coach Carr.
I actually looked it up.
Yeah.
I actually looked up how to do it, and it actually makes sense. It's like wherever you're ranked in PowerPoints. So like if we're ranked 2, it's 2 times 0.4, and then OSI, whatever you're ranked. So if you're ranked 1, it's 1 times 0.6, and you just add up those numbers, and that's how you get the UPR. It's weird, but
teams get upset, but it's just like, well, I mean, play a stronger schedule. You know, I mean,
Exactly.
They'll be 5-0, but.
So I have our schedule up here. So we have. We played 5 games. We're 4-1. We got Shawnee at Wheaton Field tomorrow night, and then we're at Ocean City a week later. Then we're at Cherokee, and then the playoffs start.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
And so
it goes by fast.
So you look at that, you go, it's a long season.
Well, I mean, like we told our kids, you can. That's 1, 2, 3, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Is that what I got? Mm-hmm. So you have then 9. So you have not then the state champ. So you have 9 potential. Well, you have definitely 4, but then you have another 5 more potential games to play. So that's 9 games. That's like a whole nother season.
Exactly.
Yeah,
because we played 9 when I was in high school. That's all we played. 14. Yeah. And so we see there we have Shawnee, Ocean City, and Cherokee. Then you have the playoffs. They moved it around now where they put it inside the Thanksgiving Day game. So you have the playoffs round 1, and they changed it now where it's at home at the higher seed, and all the way through to the finals.
Yeah.
So that plays into the rankings.
Yeah. So one is the 1 seed's valuable because if you're 2 and if you're 1 Central, then that means you were number 2 in the PowerPoint rankings. So that means you would be going to the other team's home, whoever's the higher seed. So
in that state semifinal,
if Mainland wins their Mainland wins the Central and we win that, then they would come to us.
So you mentioned Mainland, right? And how about any other like Winslow?
Winslow's a very good team, and they look very strong. There's a couple teams up there. Jackson's supposed to be playing really well up there. So I mean, Group 4 is probably the strongest group of them all, like overall wise, with the quality of play in teams. Because then you got Shawnee in the mix too.
Gotcha. So how do you prepare the kids for such a like you say you have 9 games? how do you pace yourself with that, or it's just that you just go one game at a time?
The cliche, one game at a time, 1 week at a time. You don't overlook it. I mean, they're excited and they're ready to play. Obviously, you know, they enjoy playing at home, but don't matter where we play. You know, we're going to prepare and put ourselves in a situation to win.
And then weather's not going to play anything until I'm going to go back to the game now Friday. Shawnee, shouldn't be a weather problem, right?
Nah, from what I looked at, I mean, it just looks like overcast of clouds, but no no percentage of rain. Looks like 2-mile-an-hour winds, so it's going to be a beautiful night. It's like 70. By the time game time starts, you might get into the high 60s, mid 60s. But that's football weather, so I mean, it's going to be beautiful out.
Good. And then as far as the game, any pregame, not rituals, but progress or process you go through with the game, or?
Well, we have senior night. That's our senior night. So this Friday, come out and support our seniors. You know, we talk highly of them. We have an amazing senior group, great leaders on that senior corps, and you know, it's the last time. This is the last year they really ever get to play alongside of each other, and they've been playing alongside each other since they were like 5 or 6, some of them. So, but outside of that, rituals now, we got our warm-ups that we keep consistent, and how we go about going from there to the locker room to back on the field. So.
Because I was wondering, because you had the Thunderbolt Club, right? And so they usually support you. Anything with the Thunderbolt Club before the game, or just
no, because I'm not for this game, not for you. Like, I mean, if it's like a later game, like they helped us out before the Toms River North game. Anytime we need help, they'll give it to us. But usually we have a team meal at the school, and the cafeteria takes care of us and gives us food, which will be happening again tomorrow as well. So every Friday before the games, they take care of us.
So who was it that you have a relationship with at the Thunderbolt Club? Is there any point person that you work with?
Well, I'm a board member there. So, I have contact with everybody. I was at the meeting this past Monday. But I've contact with Craig Atkinson, Tony Cerace, Ed Andrews. They all play a factor in everything that happens and their support.
But I don't think people realize how special that is to have that support, right?
Yeah,
so
that's our booster club, man. They value and love sports, and they love their football. And for us at least, I can't speak for every sport, but I know for us they go above and beyond. And anytime I bring something to them, they're willing to assist if it's feasible and if it can help.
Yeah, I've been around, and I've never seen like the support for all the sports.
Nobody has. Yeah, nobody really has. Every school has booster clubs, but nothing like that. Nobody has like a building like a club like that.
Their own club, right?
They're very rich. Like it's just when I came down here, I realized real quick how rich in tradition they were about everything. Like, I know we have our prayer breakfast that comes up before Thanksgiving. The tradition of that Thanksgiving game, what it means to them, what it means to our young kids, what it means to the city. So, and I'm a traditionalist. I love tradition. So like it was very easy for me to buy into what it was about because of how I feel about it. So.
Yeah, because like I said, I came here. I'm like, they just support immensely all the programs, but having like I said, their own building, and you guys can have breakfast or lunch, whatever there. And yep. I've even had some administrative meetings there. We have different. Yeah. Your banquets are held there, right?
Yeah. Oh, yep. All sport banquets are held there. They take care of it. They chef cooks for us. But yeah. So we're fortunate.
So we're gonna wind it down now. I'm gonna go to Coach Haynes. Coach Haynes, not a prediction, but what do you expect from the Shawnee game?
I expect us to go out there and just continue to show who we are, and that's a dominant football team. We're the best team in at least at bare minimum South Jersey, and I think that we're going to go out there and we're going to keep showing that until we just ride this wave all the way through the playoffs.
Okay, Coach.
Listen, it's another game. Just need everybody to do their 1/11th. Need to, play hard. I think the game plan's in. I think the game plan offensively, defensively, and special teams wise is set. Now it's just a matter of going out there and executing. And listen, there's no better way than to do that in front of our fans on our new field, and under the lights.
All right. So that game is when?
Tomorrow at 6:00. Parents of seniors, I said this to my seniors multiple times, be there at 5:30. So if you have a son that is playing football, that is a senior, please be there at 5:30 to be there for the walk on the field with your child.
That's always a special moment.
Yes, it is.
So that concludes our Coach's Corner for this is week 6. And I'm Tony Trongone with Coach Haynes, Coach Ayala, and as always, go Bolts. All right.
This has been a QBC television production, in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22, and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.